Look at this damn wolf.
Well, that DS stands for degrees of freedom. But,
damn wolf sitting in a chair.
Lose any sleep as the wife called degrees of freedom. But the only thing you need to know, it's very simple, is that the degrees of freedom are simply the sample size minus 1. Okay? Now, the actual mechanics of computing a confidence interval are just as easy as it was before. And particularly easy, there are some tables of this T-curve in your book that these are much better and much easier to use. Okay? Really, all you have to do is check the level of confidence along the bottom. Okay? And that gives you the column that you'll use to find the t-value. And then you check the degrees of freedom down the left-hand column, okay, which is just n minus 1. Now, as an example, if you look in your book, it's got anaconda. These snakes they have on the Amazon region. South America, here it is right there. Okay, there's an anaconda. Well, somebody took a sample and went to estimate the average length of
back to the whole scheme.
So they took a sample of n equals 21.
Bitch got a damn moose on.
Okay. And they obtained from the sample x the sample average of 12.871. The standard deviation of s is 2.262. Okay. And what you're asked to do is to compute a 95% confidence interval for you, the mean length of all female anacondas in this region. Now, it's the question, you've got the x bar. Okay. You're given the s. By the way, you're going to have to compute some sample means and standard deviations again, so dust down your calculator manuals and hand out on the web page. Not for very large samples, but the samples of about, just like on your first exam, 8 or 9 or 10. Okay? So how do you find the t-value? Well, first of all, you get the right degrees of freedom. So, given what I said, what are the degrees of freedom going to be in this problem?
Amen.
N minus 1. So that's 20. And we were asked to find a 95%.
No two faces.
See along the bottom, it gives you different confidence levels you might need, starting at 50, 60. We take the 95%
Look at me.
Okay. And then we need the 20 degrees of freedom row. And let's just check that we've all found the same number. Now, if we're doing a large sample and using a z variable, then we use 1.96 for a 95%. The t-values, whatever the degrees of freedom, are always going to be a bit bigger. They get closer and closer and closer as the sample sizes get larger.
Mariah Carey's hair.
So what does anybody find for the t-value that contains the
bitch got on a wolf.
95%?
Damn wolf.
Okay? 2.086. So
got a hyena on.
If you look at the t-curve, by the way, these t-curves look very similar.
Motherfucker got on a hyena.
I mean, they're basically just a bell, but they're a bit higher in the extreme and a bit lower in the middle.
That motherfucking hyena.
So if that's the t-curve with 20 degrees of freedom, then what we're saying is that the middle 95% lies between negative 2.086 and positive 2.086.
Oh shit. Somebody sitting in this with who was a wolf.
So our confidence interval,
The dude that caught up.
we take 12.871 plus or minus our t-value,
like
2.086, times our s, 2.362, divided by the square root of our sample size,
bitch got on a bear.
divided by root 21, and that is the sample size, not the degree of freedom. Okay, so
Smells like that on a bear.
12.871 plus
Unleash the
minus
dragon. Unleash the dragon. Unleash the dragon.
2.26. So again, 1.0296.
That's the fox.
1.0.
See the second seat behind our way.
Really, now, the process is pretty mechanical. But the other thing that you need to realize is that if you look at each column, the numbers get closer and closer and closer to the values that you've used for the Z curve. Okay, 1.96 to 95%, 1.645 to 90%. And that very bottom row,
It's
with
got on a warthog
level, those actually give you values. You could, if you were doing a confidence interval for a proportion, you could get the right.
It's got on a real warthog.
Large sample.
Fucking hyena.
Right Z value, you'll see
Cat.
1.6
Got a cat on.
90%,
German Shepherd.
1.96 to
Coat.
95%. For the 98%, well, we were using 2.33, but that's
Yeah, no mouth.
two decimal places. The real value.